Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Monster Monday on today's episode of the Technicolor Mike B Show. Yes, it is Monster Monday. And today's monster is mad because he was slashed in the face and is injured, so he's snarling. Got that mean and nasty look going on his face, trying to get even with the creature that slashed him. So today I thought I would talk about dreams. It seems lately I dream something most nights, and when I wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night, I get a gist of sort of what I was dreaming about. Sometimes it's just random scenes, and sometimes it's just a little bit more detail. And it always seems that the longer I'm awake, the more of the dream I forget. Yeah, I just don't quite remember what it was about after long enough time. If I didn't remember right away, the details quickly start to fade. So yeah, it's been something that I've wanted to sort of look into. What's up with dreams? What do they mean? Do all people dream? I know there's some people that say they never dream. Well, according to scientists, our sleep consists of a series of cycles, and each cycle lasts approximately 90 to 120 minutes. And dreams can occur during any one of those cycles. And but the most vivid and most memorable dreams usually occur during the last phase of the sleep cycle, which is often referred to as REM sleep, REM sleep. So a person who gets 6 to 8 hours of sleep each night will go through multiple sleep cycles, since they each only last 90 to 120 minutes. And they can experience multiple dreams in a single night. Now again, they say that people are most likely to remember the dreams that occur shortly before they wake up. So that last dream of the night before they wake up in the morning is the one most people will remember. So yeah, all this sort of came about, or I decided I would sort of talk about this the other day, because I just had what I thought was a bizarre dream. And yeah, it's like sometimes I get certain dreams of, yeah, where they come from or what might have influenced them, but others are just like, wow, that was bizarre. And so yeah, the other night I had a dream that I sort of considered it was bizarre. I was on a vacation, which, yeah, we were talking recently about a family vacation. When, where might we go? So that seemed like a reasonable source for why I might be dreaming about vacations. But I'm not really sure where this vacation was, or if it was even on Earth. That we were getting on a bus to go on some tours, and as I looked out on the road that the bus was going to go on, there wasn't a road. It was hardly something that you could describe as a path or a trail. It might have had some clearing to it, but it was just littered with rocks and branches and logs, and you name it, it was blocking the way. I'm like, how are we ever going to go for a ride and tour in a place like this? And yeah, but the ride was amazingly smooth. I just don't know if that was part of the dream where I don't know how to dream turbulence, or the bus was just floating, because then as I look down on the road in the dream, there's holes in the road. There's just big sections, and you could see hundreds of feet below. So this road surface that we're traveling on is mountain high, and there's just nothing below this road. So so don't even know it's planet Earth. So this bus is taking us on this crazy tour of something, and the road just doesn't exist, and like cars are just doing crazy maneuvers trying to avoid trees or whatnot. So it was just a wild ride of a dream. But yeah, so that was one of my more unusual dreams. I don't think it was scary per se, and for the most part I would say less than 2% of the dreams I remember are things I would consider scary. So what are some of the themes of a more usual, more typical dream? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, pick a color. So for me, I've usually had dreams about going back to school. Used to be more of the dreams were back into grade school, high school. Hello, IDK. But like more recently, they've been about going back to college, continuing my education. And now I guess I've partially considered with changing technologies if I should go back to school and learn some more. And also my original degree was in engineering, and I never used my engineering degrees, so I guess I've from time to time thought, you know, what would it take to actually become an engineer again, and would I have to go to school to learn all those things that I learned 20 years ago, and sort of refresh all that stuff before I could actually get a job as an engineer. So it made sense that I would dream about going to school and furthering my education. Other topics of my dream, and I think some of them tie into the going back to school, is if I'm going to school, I have to move somewhere closer to a college or university, since I really don't live near a school. And I've also considered moving to be closer to where my parents live, just so that as they get older, they need something, I can be closer to help. So most of my dreams about moving seem to have the subject that I've already bought a house, and I bought a house a year or two ago and never moved into it, never really checked on it. Sometimes I haven't even been paying the mortgage, and I'm like, I better call the bank and sort of say, have you been sending me a bill, because I don't remember paying for these housing bills. And so yeah, part of my dream is trying to go find that house I bought a year or two ago and see if it's still in normal condition, or if it's flooded, the roof is caved in. Who knows what else might have happened to this house that I bought years ago. So yeah, so moving seems to come into my dreams every now and again, or more frequently sometimes. Then there's a lot of dreams that involve something to do with work, and I would say my current work situation is a little unknown, uncertain, because I work on a contract for the government, and technically our contract ended a year ago, and the government has been unable to award a follow-on contract due to protests, so we're in a bit of a limbo state of waiting for the contract to end and a new company to be awarded, and find out how things are going to go under a new company, new benefits. And in my career, I've been laid off from my job twice. Both times the company that I worked for eventually went out of business. And so being laid off from my job start being told we don't need you anymore has come up a few times in my dreams, and I understand where those dreams might be coming from. A lot of my dreams involve friends and family and people I know, but you know, there's probably a lot of other dreams that I've had where I don't even know who the other people are, if I've met them before, and there's even been a few dreams where I'm not even certain that the person that I'm dreaming about is me, that it's like just off-the-wall situations and things that just don't seem like things I would ever do. And I think my favorite dreams, one that I really haven't had too often, is the dream where I am flying. Although I guess it's not really that I'm just flying above the sky, but that I can levitate, I can float. That instead of having to walk everywhere, I could just sort of float a few inches off the ground and travel to places. I can float up to the top of a tree and retrieve something out of a tree. I can float to the ceiling of a room. Yeah, I like those dreams. I think they're fun. But yeah, but as far as like dreams are concerned, I don't know where they come from, and like sometimes I'm like, I really wish I could put a tape recorder in or DVR my dreams so I could watch them later and try to figure out what in the world I'm doing, and maybe like come up with some good stories to start telling, because I'm probably more creative in my sleep than in my waking hours. And the other, I guess, thing that interests me is the fact that my dreams are usually visual based, but it's like I can't close my eyes and just picture something. So it's like I can't on demand picture what something looks like, but in my dreams I see things clearly. So yeah, that's sort of a skill that my dreams have, to be visual, where I don't have that skill of being visual. So we have our pink-haired monster. He doesn't have a scar on his face. He hasn't been slashed yet, so he's not snarling mad yet. But yeah, so we got our monster for Monster Monday. And IDK, thanks for liking my old clown videos. I'll try to get some more clown videos coming out from time to time. So until next time, see you later. Alligator. After a while, crocodile. Thanks for watching.